What if everything you thought you knew about the Igbo people began at the wrong chapter?
When many people hear the word Igbo, they think first of slave ships crossing the Atlantic. But that is not where their story begins. Long before foreign ships appeared on African shores, there was another story. A story of thriving communities, bustling markets, proud traditions, and a people who shaped their own destiny. The story begins east of the mighty Niger River, in a land blessed with fertile soil, forests, and flowing streams. Here, generations lived in harmony with the land, drawing life from the earth beneath their feet. Every sunrise brought new life, new opportunities, and new stories. To the Igbo people, the land was more than soil. It was identity, it was inheritance, it was life itself. As the first light of dawn touched the earth, villages across Igboland slowly awakened. Mothers prepared the morning meal, while children eagerly began another day of discovery. Young boys learned by watching their fathers, preparing themselves for the responsibilities of adulthood. Girls learned skills passed down through generations, preserving knowledge older than memory itself.
Every person had a role. Every family had a purpose. Every village moved as one living community.
When important matters arose, wisdom was sought beneath the shade of ancient trees.
We must consider our path forward with great care.
In our kingdom, we prioritize consultation. Many communities value collective leadership, not ruled by a single hand, but by our shared wisdom. Voices were heard, opinions were weighed, decisions were made for the good of the community.
A person's character often mattered more than wealth, and respect had to be earned.
This spirit of cooperation helped communities remain strong, united, and resilient through generations.
If the villages were the heart of Igboland, then the markets were its lifeblood.
By midday, the market transformed into a world of movement, color, and opportunity.
From distant villages they came, carrying the products of their labor.
Every exchange strengthened relationships and connected communities across the land.
But the market offered more than goods. It was where stories traveled faster than the wind.
For some, the market became the place where lifelong friendships and even marriages began. Knowledge passed from one generation to another through stories, wisdom, and shared experiences.
As the sun set, the market emptied. Yet the connections forged there continued long after the trading ended.
Beyond the farms and marketplaces, another force drove the prosperity of Igboland: its skilled craftsmen.
Blacksmiths transformed raw metal into tools that fed communities and weapons that protected them.
Every strike carried knowledge passed down through generations. Woodcarvers turned ordinary timber into objects of beauty, meaning, and cultural identity.
Each symbol told a story. Each design carried the wisdom of the ancestors. Potters shaped clay from the earth into vessels used in homes, ceremonies, and trade. Weavers transformed thread into cloth that reflected beauty, identity, and status. Some craftsmen achieved feats so remarkable that their work would astonish future generations. Their mastery of bronze revealed a level of creativity and technical skill far beyond what many outsiders would later imagine. These were not the creations of a forgotten people. They were the achievements of a civilization rich in talent, innovation, and pride. As centuries passed, many of these achievements faded from memory, hidden beneath the soil of time.
Yet the earth preserved clues, waiting to tell their story once more. Though empires rise and fall, true greatness leaves its mark upon history. To the Igbo people, the world was more than what the eye could see. Above all stood Chukwu, the great creator, source of life and guardian of the universe. The wisdom of the ancestors remained woven into daily life, guiding the living through memory and tradition.
Certain places were regarded as sacred, where the boundary between the physical and spiritual worlds felt closer.
Across Igbo land, spiritual traditions helped maintain harmony between people, nature, and the unseen world. Spiritual leaders served as guides, helping communities navigate life's challenges and celebrations. Spiritual life was not separate from daily life. It was part of the rhythm of the community. Each ceremony carried meaning, connecting generations through shared beliefs and traditions. These beliefs helped shape a society rooted in respect, responsibility, and unity. Life in Igbo land was not only about work and responsibility. It was also about celebration. Moments of joy brought communities together and strengthened the bonds between generations. For the young, these celebrations became memories that would last a lifetime. And when the time for celebration arrived, all of Igbo land came alive.
When festival season arrived, villages transformed into oceans of color, music, and celebration. The drums spoke first, their rhythms echoing across the land like the heartbeat of the people. Young and old joined together in dances that celebrated life, heritage, and community. Food was shared generously, and every meal became a celebration of abundance and gratitude. For a moment, differences disappeared, and the entire community moved together as one. Behind every celebration stood months of labor beneath the African sun. The earth rewarded those who worked it with patience, skill, and determination. Among the most treasured crops was the yam, a symbol of prosperity, achievement, and honor. Success was not simply admired, it was earned through effort and responsibility. In Igbo land, honor belonged not only to leaders, but also to those whose hard work uplifted the community. Across Igbo land, ambition was encouraged and achievement was respected. Skills were learned, perfected, and passed forward. Those who excelled through hard work often earned respect and influence within their communities. Greatness could be found in many forms, through wisdom, craftsmanship, trade, or service. It was a civilization growing stronger with each generation, unaware that history was quietly approaching from beyond the horizon. Igbo land was not isolated. It was part of a wider world, connected by paths, rivers, and trade routes that stretched far beyond its forests. Traders moved between communities, carrying not only goods, but also stories and knowledge.
At crossroads and riverbanks, cultures met, exchanged, and influenced one another.
Rivers became highways of commerce, connecting distant communities across vast distances.
From village to village, the world grew larger, but for many, the horizon still felt safe, familiar, and unchanged.
Far beyond the forests of Igbo land lay the edge of a vast and unfamiliar ocean world.
Along the coast, fishermen began to speak of strange sightings on the horizon. They spoke of massive wooden structures floating like islands upon the sea.
At first, these stories sounded distant, almost unreal. But the horizon was changing, and something was beginning to arrive.
And then, it happened.
From the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, unfamiliar ships appeared upon the horizon. The fishermen did not understand what they were seeing.
For the first time, two worlds stood face to face, separated only by language, culture, and understanding.
Curiosity replaced fear, but uncertainty lingered in the air.
Slowly, gestures replaced silence, and exchange began. Strange objects from distant lands sparked both fascination and questions.
Everything was unfamiliar, yet nothing was yet understood. Language failed them, but curiosity pushed them forward. No one yet knew that this meeting would change the course of history forever.
At first, the exchange was simple. Curiosity guided every hand that reached across the divide.
Strange goods entered the hands of people who had never seen such things before. But not everyone watched with the same innocence. What began as curiosity slowly became something deeper, something more permanent.
No one could see it clearly yet, but the balance had already begun to shift.